So I'd like to bring up 5 things that I've been doing to get better at writing and defeat that bitch. Hello and welcome to Songwriting Tips with Maaalin. Yes, that's me. Today I wanted to talk about writer's block. I have suffered through months and months of writer's block, and I've been trying to do so much about it, and I think I finally have succeeded in a way. I write so much better and quicker now, and I feel inspired more often, and I feel like I can write and I don't have to be good at it. I just enjoy writing. So I'd like to bring up 5 things that I've been doing to battle writer's block, and hopefully it can help you also in some way. So the first thing that I think you should think about is there are so many things to write about. Stop fooling yourself. It feels comfortable to do something else rather than writing because you tell yourself that there's nothing to write about, everything has been written, but that is just not right. There have been love songs before, but there haven't been a love song that you have written. Even if there's stuff out there, there's your version of it. And you can write about absolutely anything. I mean, do it for fun. Just write about the first thing you see. Do you see like a sock? Like I see my own sock here. I could write a song about a sock. I don't have to show it to anyone. It doesn't have to be good, but I can write about it. There are also countless of tools out there. You could use Pinterest. You could Google for songwriting prompts. You could also you could search for songwriting prompts or art prompts. It doesn't have to be songwriting. You could look at book titles for inspiration, movie titles. You could write about characters in a movie. And it doesn't really matter what you decide to write about, because once you get started, you probably will write about something entirely different. And it doesn't matter. Just let it go where it wants to go. Just write. The second thing that has been working for me is having a little talk with myself. So, I truly believe that writer's block, at least for me, is my perfectionist inside of me who wants to shut me up. She doesn't want me to write because when I do, I'm being vulnerable, and she doesn't want me to share stuff because if I share my songwriting with you, then maybe you will judge me. So I better not be writing. One of my favorite people in this entire world who has become my life guru is Cheryl Paul. She has written a book called The Wisdom of Anxiety. And in this book, she talks about a way of journaling with yourself. You could journal with different parts of yourselves. But in this case, I would like you to try just once to journal with your perfectionist. So it goes something like this. And this example is just a short made-up example because I don't want to put myself out there that much. But okay, so you start out being yourself, your true self. You ask your perfectionist, why don't you want to write music? What is so scary for you? And then you listen for the answer. What does your perfectionist say? In this case, the perfectionist says, what if I suck? What if I can't? I'd rather do something comfortable. And then I ask, why does it matter if you suck? We're only writing. We're only supposed to be having fun here. And the perfectionist comes with a true answer that it feels like writing is the only thing people expect me to be good at. What if I'm not? And then I decide, because I'm in the driver's seat, I decide I want to write. I'm going to write. I'm not looking to be perfect. And it is scary, but instead of trying to control the situation like the perfectionist always does, we could just try to feel how scary it is. And then hopefully you'll be able to talk your perfectionist into giving it a try. And it's not about fooling the perfectionist, it's about like showing up, because in the end the perfectionist is scared of being judged and is trying to protect you. Okay, so the third suggestion I have is thinking about who you are writing for. If you are writing for yourself because you enjoy the process, or if you like playing with words or with chords and seeing what goes together and what doesn't, maybe bring up a rhyming dictionary, try to look at synonyms, try to write like witty text, lyrics and stuff. If you just enjoy that process, then what does it matter if it's any good? What does it matter if you write the next big hit? You're doing it for yourself. So just write about something. And if you're not writing for yourself, then why are you writing? I mean, I've been there. I've been convinced myself that I need to write to please other people close to me. But in the end of the day, you're writing for yourself, and that's who should be enjoying it. And then if you're only writing for yourself, there shouldn't be such a thing as writer's block. Fourth thing I wanted to talk about is this big myth. I'm sure you've heard about this all over the internet, but don't sit around and wait for inspiration. Don't do it. I mean, I am so guilty of this. I have thought so many times that I'm not a true writer if the words just don't come, like if they don't just come to me in a wave of inspiration and I feel like I made this awesome masterpiece. But that's only 5% of, or not even that, maybe 2% of what I write at least. The other stuff I have to force myself to write. And by not waiting for it, you're giving yourself so many chances of getting inspired. I don't know if I'm counting correctly now, but I think this is the fourth thing, is to make a deal with your ego. I read this book. This is an awesome book called Big Magic. It was a while ago since I read it, so it's a bit dusty. But in this book, Elizabeth Gilbert explores or describes that so often we let fear take the driver's seat. And much as I said before with the perfectionist, fear is only trying to protect us. But like fear doesn't always have to protect us anymore. Maybe like thousands of years ago when we had to be careful all the time, but in social situations, fear doesn't have to be involved. So when writing, maybe you could like make a deal with your fear, saying that just let me write now for a bit. Just let the words flow. Just let it suck if it sucks. Just let me write and be creative, be a child again. And then when I've written, you're allowed in. You can have your opinion. You can edit the shit out of my music. But the songwriting process is first only for me, and then before I show it to anyone, you're allowed in to have your opinion. So then, for me at least, this works the way that fear, my anxiety mellowed a bit, and as long as I let it in before I show anyone my music, it's okay. We have a deal. And the last suggestion is to stop thinking. As you probably have noticed through this video, I am a thinker, and I am, we all are, but I mean overthinking. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking about how you will defeat writer's block. Stop Googling for answers. Stop watching this video. Just write. Because both you and me know that watching this video is just an escape from actually writing. You could might as well just click off this video and go write right now. Doing what we want can be scary because we're being vulnerable, but we're better off doing what we want. We can't just go through life sitting in the sofa and watching a movie. We want to write, so we're going to write. And that's why I think that you should stop this video right now, bring up your pen and paper or your computer or your guitar or piano and write whatever you want to. Write about socks if you want to. And if you want to, you could join our Discord channel, link down below, if you want to share. I would love to see what you have written. We're going to see each other on Friday, and next week we're going to do a little experiment with a songwriting strategy. So I hope you will come back for that. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to like, or if you want to subscribe. Keep jazzing.